from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on WakeUpCallDT.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on MixLR.com/WakeUpCall. DT, I hope your morning's going well. Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora is hanging out with you every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and we appreciate you being here on the broadcast with us throughout the week. So we thank you for that. We thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. We thank you for your appreciation and all the great things that you do. So thank you for all that you are bringing to the broadcast, and thank you for what you're doing here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and thank you for what you're doing in the community as well, because there's a lot of great people that listen to this show, and I got to shout you all out because you're all amazing. So thank you for the tremendous work that you do, and thank you for all the positivity that you bring, and you know, there's so many good people out there in the world today, and we focus on all the bad people and all the bad things and what are the bad people doing, why are the bad people trying to hurt me. Focus on the good people. There's so many good people out there in the world today, and it's such a beautiful thing. So focus on the good, focus on what those people bring to your life, and be one of those good people that's bringing something to everybody else. So show that love and just be good to one another. So Facebook was down again today. That was fun. Oh, it's still down. Oh, no, it's not. Is it down? Good old Facebook. Facebook sucks sometimes. I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? Did I say that? Because I meant it, but I think it's working. It's kind of working. Oh, look, it's working. I think it's working. Who knows? It's always good when you pay, like, for an ad. Oh, my Lord. What is going on with Facebook? So, yeah, on Twitter, there's a thing that says Facebook down. So it'll show me my page, and then it'll say something went wrong, and then it'll ask me to log in, and then it'll show me my page again. People need to figure this out. They need to figure this out. I don't get it. But on today's show, very, very, very awesome opportunity coming up here in just a moment. I'll be speaking with Shamarko Thomas. Shamarko Thomas, former Syracuse defensive back, who is a defensive back right now for the Denver Broncos, and they just got a big-time win. So we'll hear from Shamarko Thomas in just a moment here on the broadcast, and then in the second hour of the show, we'll get into some NFL talk. We'll talk about something awesome that happened to me yesterday, and we'll get into the ingredients to success. So we'll take a quick step aside for a fast break and come back with Shamarko Thomas in just a moment.
This is a wake-up call fast break.
Carvel DeWitt, it's what happy tastes like. Do you know why? Because we make ice cream. Creamy, rich, flavorful ice cream. Not yogurt or iced milk like some of our competitors. Ice cream. Fresh, by hand, daily. For the calorie conscious, we have something new for you. Our new Carvelite. Same great flavor, creaminess, and texture of our regular ice cream with only 35 calories an ounce. So whether you want an ice cream cake, flying saucer, dasher, carvalanche, hard or soft ice cream, we will satisfy your craving with our fresh, handmade regular or new Carvelite ice cream. Carvel DeWitt. It's what happy tastes like.
Clothing that will change with you without you having to change. DreisigLady.com, DREISSIG Lady.com. With the Bamboo line Relax Fit clothing as well as the Athletic Fit clothing, DreisigLady.com is fit for any woman, any time of the day, anywhere. Whatever you're doing, whatever your day commands of you, command yourself to feel comfortable in Dreisig Lady Apparel. DREISSIG Lady.com. For all the women out there, feel good in what you're wearing. And don't feel like you have to constantly change throughout the day. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a business owner, going for a jog, going for a meeting, or just relaxing at home, DreisigLady.com is the right fit for you. DREISSIG Lady.com.
is spreading in historic Herald Square about Syracuse's favorite sports and entertainment venue, the Press Room Pub, with lots of room next to 450 parking spots. Wash down their delicious 9-ounce burger for $9.95 with a variety of New York State brewed beers. TVs abound all throughout the location, including their 90-inch monster. Watch your game, enjoy time with family, friends, as well as bringing the kids to the playroom. The SU Alumni Party for every away football game is making headlines, as well as Robert Drummond, Syracuse football alum, and Dan Tortora's pregame show 2 hours before kickoff for every home game. Private parties available as well for as many as 300 people. Come circulate at the Press Room Pub, downtown Syracuse, and visit pressroompub.com right now for more information.
This is Lawrence Papaleo, licensed real estate salesperson for Gilbo Realty. Call our home office at 315-752-9513, or better yet, call or text me directly at 315-748-2524.
Let me ask you a question, Lawrence. If I needed you to help me buy a house, find the right place, could you help me do that?
Joe, I'll help you find your dream home.
You don't ever say my name on the radio, never. If I needed to sell a house, could you help me go about that the right way?
Yes, I can.
How do they get a hold of you?
Call me directly at 315-748-2524.
But you also do the commercial property. So if I got a business, couple businesses, got to take one here, move it over there, do this, do that, are you going to help me buy and sell my commercial property also?
Yes, sir.
I like that. What's my name again?
I have no idea.
Absolutely, but they need to know your name, so give it one more time.
This is Lawrence Papaleo, licensed real estate salesperson for Gilbo Realty. My phone number is 315-748-2524.
Why don't you tell them your name one more time and that number so we can jot it down?
This is Lawrence Papaleo. Call me or text me directly at 315-748-2524.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on WakeUpCallDT.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on MixLR.com/WakeUpCallDT. It's an honor and a privilege to do what I do every single day, to speak with great people in the community of this world, the community of, it could be anybody, anywhere, at any time. We have done interviews that have reached out locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally, and it is my honor and my privilege always to speak with Shamarko Thomas. I respected him when he was here at Syracuse down in number 21. Had a lot of respect for how he went about the game. Every single play, he gave it his all. He would do that leap. He would do that Superman jump at you, and he would hit you as hard as he possibly could on every single play. And it's that fight, it's that desire, it's that want to that has gotten him to where he is today. And I'm nothing but proud to have him on the broadcast, and it's always a special moment when we get to talk with Shamarko Thomas. So with that being said, Shamarko, the former Syracuse defensive back and current Denver defensive back, is on the show with me right now. Let's bring him on to the show. Shamarko, how you doing today?
Good. Good morning. How you doing?
Doing very well, man. And first and foremost, why? Why a minute into the game is the same as the final play of the game? You've given it your all. I'll never forget, there's one play at Syracuse in the Dome that was by the Syracuse sideline where a tight end caught a pass, and you just jumped out like Superman. You literally put your body out there. You put your head in danger. You put your neck in danger, and you just leapt to get after him and knock him down. And I've seen that, and I've felt that, and I respect that because you, every single play, give your all. So if you can, because it was a phenomenal answer, I want to make sure everybody hears it, just why you play that way and why every play to you is that last play.
Man, because like I said, it's gratitude, and the abilities God has given me to run the fast, hit hard, and to play this game, actually, because there's a lot of people that want to play this game, and they're in a situation or just not be able to play the game, and I cherish those moments. Stepping on that field, I always say I'm thankful. That's the first thing when I get on my knees, I say I'm thankful to God. It's because He gives me this ability. So when I get on that field, I'm gonna show my gratitude by giving my all. even knocking myself out, like you said about in the Pittsburgh game. It's about doing my all for God and my teammates, and that's what I live by.
And and on that play, and like you said, that was the play that you did. You knocked yourself out on the field. You were down on the field, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, Shamarko gives everything to every play, and he literally put his and that was, you put your body on the line. You put it all on the line. You put your health on the line. You put everything there right on the field. And I just remember hoping to God first and foremost that you got up. But it was, you gave it all. You gave everything on that play, and it was in the middle of the game. And to me, it's like, it's plays like that I feel like just really show your desire and your want to, and the fact that you're not just playing for yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So you go back to those days. You're in the Big East. You were before Syracuse inside of the ACC. Just, going back to those moments and those times when Syracuse was going to bowl games, you were on this team, the majority of that time, and now the team is going to be heading back to a bowl game, and, right now they're 8-3. They have the chance to be 9-3 facing Boston College. How much have you paid attention to what Syracuse is doing now in this season as they have gotten to a place this year that they haven't been in a very long time?
Oh, man, it's definitely been an amazing and historical season for them. And I'm happy for the coaches and even the whole football team because, man, like you said, they're making history. It's an honor to be an alumni and be a part of it. Like you said, we went to a bowl game, like Pittsburgh Bowl. I went there twice, and that was an honor, because we were losing when I first got there. And being in the Pittsburgh Bowl, we just a little bit elevated. But now you're seeing the growth of these young guys and the leadership and how they first came in and how they is now, man. Just amazing to see that. And I'm a Syracuse alumni for life, so I'm bragging there and talk trash to all my teammates because, as a Syracuse player, you get in the field, they like, Syracuse was a basketball team. Now you rank, and they can't say that. So definitely a proud alumni, and just hope they get to 9-3 and see go to a bowl game and win,
So speaking here with Shamarko Thomas this morning, Syracuse Orange alum and defensive back currently for the Denver Broncos. So you're telling me that when you're on a team inside of the NFL and you come onto the roster, that they say to you, "Oh, you came from a basketball school." Is that typical for somebody to say?
Oh yeah, every day. You get that every day. Syracuse is a basketball school, So now I got the rank Syracuse now. They can't say nothing.
So how has this season been when you walk into the locker room? Have guys backed off? I mean, have you gotten the best of them, so to speak? I mean, what is life like now when you walk in there and the team is 8-3?
Oh, I can talk trash to anybody now, but they still don't back down. They're still like, "Oh, this is 1 year hit, 1 year old." Syracuse still trash, still back. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna keep going because they think it's only gonna be 1 year, but it's they don't understand how much I'm embedded into Syracuse. So at this moment, I'm like a proud father. It's like a proud father moment. To see your team winning this much and being on top rankings and stuff like that, because as good as we was never ranked, And it's definitely a proud moment to see these guys win. So it's definitely a lot of trash talking. I'm going at the Florida State guys and all that stuff. They hate in the locker room.
So I got inside of the Denver locker room, So you said like the Florida State guys. Who are the ones that talk trash the most, or the teams that talk trash the most about Syracuse?
You're not talking trash about Syracuse. They just talking trash because they know I want to Syracuse. And they know I'm real powerful about Syracuse. So like my dude, is two dudes from Florida State named Trey and a dude named D. Walt. They went to Florida State, and they always talk about, "I never got beat by Syracuse. I never got beat by Syracuse." So that's their like little get back, come back, and just other guys who had been in smaller schools, they be like, "Oh, I know we definitely beat Syracuse. If we play D1 teams, we'll beat Syracuse." So it's a lot of trash talk, but right now we at a level that they can't talk that much trash because Florida State is not looking good, and them little schools can't play with us in football right now.
and Syracuse beat that Florida State team, I believe, 30-7 inside of the Carrier Dome. So was that a good day for you at practice?
Great day. Amazing day. But you know, them guys say, "Oh, that was love. We got bad coaching and all this stuff." But at the end of the day, you took an L.
Well, see, that's the thing. See, when somebody's talking trash to you and your team struggled in a game, you can't make an excuse. But then they'll come to you and go, wait, there's a bad coaching, there was a storm, I had a headache that day, I didn't get to drink my smoothie. You got to get it. I mean, it's not what it was. So you know that's how it is, Shamarko. They're never going to tell you that you won fair and square. They're gonna tell you that, you know, coach got to the game and he was supposed to have a protein bar, but it wasn't in the locker room.
Definitely. They definitely come with the crazy excuses.
Speaking here with Shamarko Thomas, Syracuse Orange defensive back alum and defensive back for the Denver Broncos right now. Your Broncos are it's kind of an enigma. They started off the season strong, got a win over Seattle, got a win over Oakland, and then a 4-game losing streak, and then a win over Arizona, and then losses to Kansas City and Houston, but now a win over Los Angeles, who's a playoff team right now. So just what you can say about the Broncos. We'll get back to Syracuse in a second, but the Broncos are 4-6. The division is strong with the Chargers and the Chiefs leading the way. The Raiders obviously are struggling this season, but just what you can say about being on this Broncos team that never really goes away. It's not a team that's at the top of the AFC West, but it's a team that challenges and a team that was able to get a victory over the Chargers in Los Angeles on the West Coast, traveling from the Midwest. So, you know, there is this notion that people still can't figure Denver out this season.
Man, honestly, it's the fight. You know, we got great leadership, you know, on our football team, like Emmanuel Sanders, Von Miller's, Case Keenum and them, and they keep us fighting. And I think that's the difference, you know. The wins and the losses, you know, we had a 4-game winning streak, but those games was close. It wasn't like we had one bad game against the Jets, but all the other ones were close. And our coach DJ always tells us it's all about fight. And I think that's what's making us different. We got a lot of talent, and these guys don't never give up. They don't never give up. I'm talking about from special teams to all of the defense, man, to the coaches. They'll never give up. You know, the coaches give us their all, and we give them their all. So, man, we let the chips fall down on Sunday. So the win this weekend was great, man. And our coach always speaks to us about this for every week. And going 1-0 in every play, you know, play by play, man. Play in that moment. And I feel like that's what's making a difference with the Broncos, man. We just try to live in those moments and just try to seize those moments.
I got to ask you about a couple of my guys. I'll start with former SMU wide receiver Courtland Sutton. Man's got hands. I know he's a rookie this season. I know he's only got 23 receptions and wasn't really targeted as much as when Demaryius Thomas was there and obviously Emmanuel Sanders. But what can you say about Courtland Sutton? Have you gotten to go up against him at all in practice, or just what you see from the young man? Because I've had nothing but respect for him through the ranks.
Man, one of the humblest, hardworking kids I've seen. You know, he's a freaky athlete. You know, I call him baby. They call him baby Calvin. You know, because he does some freaky things. When I first got here, man, he was catching one-handers across. You know, he did all type of stuff, man. So that man definitely got talent, man. He works hard every day. He comes to work every day, and he goes hard. And he's gonna be a special talent in this league for a long time. So
they call him Baby Calvin Johnson.
Yeah, I didn't know until it almost caught him in the end, but he was out of bounds. But it's like, man, how did he go get this ball? You know, because this ball is way out of bounds, and he's stretching out to get it.
Yeah, he's got some tremendous hands. He's got an ability out there. The other thing that I wanted to, what'd you say?
I said great size and speed too.
Absolutely. And the other guy I wanna give a shout out to, and I'll never forget what he said to me at ACC Media Day. He looked at me and he said, because I asked him why he came back to the school that he was at, and you know, I said, why did you come back to NC State for your final season? And he said, you know, I prayed about it. You know, God's important in his life. And he said one sentence that I'll never forget. He said, I can't doubt God. And that is Bradley Chubb. That is the man from NC State. So, yeah, bring me into Bradley Chubb and what your thoughts are on Bradley.
Man, he's one of the funniest professional guys I ever met in my life, man. He's not just like, I'm not saying, like, he's got a great sense of humor, man. Great humble guy. Comes to work, like I said, he's a freak athlete. The things he does in the game is like, man, he's not a rookie. He's a 6-year, 7-year vet. And how humble he is and how he carries himself each and every day, man, is amazing. Great guy, man. He's a real cool dude, man. We always joke at each other every day and have fun, get around and stuff. But, man, freak athlete, tough guy, smart, humble, ready to work, and just ready to outgoing, man. I like Chubb a lot.
Speaking here with Shamarko Thomas, former Syracuse defensive back, current defensive back of the Denver Broncos. Demaryius Thomas, before the trade deadline and whatnot, he leaves the team. He goes on to the Houston Texans, and then you play the Houston Texans right after that. You know, obviously you know it's a business. You know that things can change at any time. It's happened to you. It's happened to other guys throughout the NFL. What's it like to lose somebody who has such a big name on the team, or who was supposed to be, you know, quote-unquote, the guy on the team? What's that like mid-season to go through something like that and then have to face him a couple days later?
Oh, it's definitely a tough time, but, you know, it's the business. And personally, for me and DT was closer than just the Broncos. You know, we trained together, you know, we grew up brothership. He taught me how to be a pro and all that stuff. So I feel like when he left, it was more just personal, our relationship that was affecting, because, you know, it wasn't like we knew that he was going to get traded, you know. So when he got traded, it kind of hurt players on the team. But, you know, we know this is a business, and how the business goes, like you said, is, you know, I've been through situations, other players in situations, and he got traded to the team to play, but we still got to move on. You know, that's the biggest thing. Our coach, BJ, always tells us, you know, I mean, the business side, we can't control. We all control what we can control. And we got to go out there and compete against the team and hope the best one at the marriage, you know. And that's my brother. That's my brother. I call him my brother, you know, because he taught me a lot. And, man, I wish the best for him and everything he does.
You said that Demaryius Thomas taught you how to be a pro. How so?
You know, and it's, we're in the summer in Arizona, you know, and just the little things, you know. I go to his house and the things he'll do, we watch the TV, like stretching, rolling out, you know, doing little things that keep his body right in the film room, and just little things, what stuff to take, what stuff to eat in your body, and how to live right, and all type of stuff, you know. So he really helped me off the field and teach me how to be a pro than just, you know, anything else.
Then I know, I'm sure that, and we might have talked about this before, but I'm a big Kevin Hart fan. So
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, so Kevin Hart says, well, and one of the compliments that I got in a good way, comedy-wise, not cheat, because apparently he cheated. That's not right. I don't like it. But you know, I was told that I was the caramel version because of my skin color. They're like, you can be caramel, Kevin Hart. I was like, that's okay. Funny. I'll deal with that. But Kevin always says, he's like, I don't hang out with. He's like, it's hard to hang out with athletes. He's like, I got a checking in a savings, and I got to move it from my checking to my savings. I don't think it's going to go through. So you're okay. So you're a professional athlete. How difficult, and have you been in a situation where you're hanging out with a fellow professional athlete and you realize, like, this guy's just going too hard, and I can't keep up with that monetary every day? Have you been in a situation like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say the teammate's name and stuff, but I've been in plenty of situations like that. But you know, I feel like I'm a grandpa in the league, so I don't get in those too many situations because I'm just an insider and in the house person. You know, I like to be around my family and stuff like that, and work hard, work out and stuff. So I've been in those situations before, but not as much as like probably say other players.
Did you? Oh, go ahead.
I've been in a funny store with me and my wife. We went to a restaurant with Troy. You know, Troy's like my brother. You know, he showed me everything, how to be a pro and stuff too. And he took us out with his friends to like a seafood restaurant. Like the seafood place is closed. It's like 2:00 in the morning. Like they still let Troy and his wife and his friends come in and stuff. And it's like, I don't eat sushi like that, so I never got into it, but that night I had to because it's Troy, and, you know, you can't say no to Troy. So me and my wife was eating. It was like, I think it was my rookie year. And, you know, when you're a rookie year, your financial advisor, he, like, gives you a cutoff, you know, it's like $1,500, you know, for the week. You like, $1,500 for the week. And that's it. And, like, so we get to the restaurant, we eating and stuff, and just like the just chatting with the like the little receipt and stuff. And this shit like I don't know, it was like $6,000 or $7,000, and I remember just looking at my wife and I'm like, man, we're gonna wash dishes tonight because ain't no way, ain't no way. Because you know, as a rookie, you know, like you go out with the bench, you gotta pay for the food. So it's like I'm looking at this check and I'm like, ain't no way I'm gonna be able to afford this. Like my card is not gonna go through. It's like I'm in a bad situation. But Troy ended up paying for it. Like they ended up pulling out, everybody's out, ended up pulling out their black cards and like put it in the hat and pulling it out. And stuff, but it was like, man, at that moment in my life, I'm like, man, I might be the brokest person at this table, and they might make me pay for this.
So, and when you say, so you're talking about Troy Polamalu?
Huh?
Are you talking about Troy Polamalu?
Troy Polamalu, yes, sir.
So Troy put you in. So he brought you to this restaurant and gave you a little $7,000 bill, helped you out eventually, but gave you a little heart attack on the way.
No, he didn't give me the bill. The bill just came to the table. And as a rookie, you know, like,
yeah.
You know, it's like, I'm paying for this bill. So that's what I was assuming. So I, like, tapped my wife. I'm like, oh, man, this is about to be a long night. I'll be washing dishes all night. Because my card is not going to swipe. You're going to get declined.
Oh, So, but at least you know you were taken care of, so to speak. I mean, because I've heard that other people get left there with the bill, and it's like you just need to figure it out. You just need to make it happen. You just need to do what you got to do. So in this case, you know, we're painting Troy Polamalu in a positive light. He's a great
guy, but I still have to do my rookie party and rookie cook. Like I take it out to DB and stuff. And I pay a pretty penny.
And what was that? The rookie party you said?
So like you got a rookie dinner, then you have like a rookie party. You know, that's like you go to party for like the team or the vets or something that's in your position group, and it's a lot of money. That's all I can say. I didn't really want to do that. I called my financial advisor, and I'm like, man, we have to figure a way to get out of this. But you know, that's the routine, that's the rules. You know, with the team you're on, and that's how it goes. So you know, it's the rookie process.
So, tell me about what you had to do for this party, though.
I really had to do that, just spend my money. I didn't have to. Like everything was set up. I just had to give the money. So I paid for the dinner. Like we go out to dinner, we have a good dinner, and then like we just go out for fun. You know, have a little fun. You know, go out and chill. But the point of it going out is like the guys will buy the most expensive bottles or the most expensive food at the restaurant and just don't eat it and just leave it on the table and just gotta pay the bill.
Wow. You see, that's.
I think my dinner was like $5,000.
Oh my God!
Just alone, not with the party.
So you're basically giving, you know, so you're going out to this one event and basically paying your signing bonus to get out of there.
Literally, yeah, you know.
That's nuts. That's crazy.
You know, it's the thing, you know, the league has been going on for generations. You know, I'm not a big I'm just like a Troy. You know, it's the thing you gotta do as a rookie. But I wasn't really big on. I'm not a person like, oh, rookie get this from me or things like that. But like the little things like I had to do, I don't really put it onto a rookie when they come into the league. So I enjoy it though, seeing them go through the process though. Like here in Broncos, they give players funny haircuts and stuff. Like it was crazy. Like I never seen that. Like it's different teams do different things. Like the Steelers, they don't do that, cut your face and do all that. They just make you do like a talent show and pay for dinners and stuff like that. The Broncos, bro, they cut your eyebrows, they cut your hair, put patches in your head before the games and stuff.
So, but the thing about this that I find crazy is that, you know, people agree with this and they just do it because it's like it's a historical. Rookies have to go through this. Rookies have to. So, I mean, is it just do rookies? I mean, now that like you said, like you're the grandfather in the NFL, do rookies just kind of accept it at this point? Do they fight it? Are there guys that don't like it? I mean, how is it taken? Because it almost just seems like it's like, well, you know, I'm in the NFL. I know I got to do something. So, I mean, how is it?
Well, it's honestly your personal choice. Like I say, when you come into the league, you come into a grown man league. So it's like, honestly, it's your personal choice. But I'm not going to say too much. what happens to you, you know, if you don't abide by a team. You know what I mean? The rules. These are the rules that's been going on generations. So, like the Steelers, these dudes have been doing this and winning championships for so many years. And I'm really coming in and saying no. It's like, okay, you know, you got to teach the rookie a lesson. So, like I said, it's on your choice. You know, some rookies come in like, man, I'm just going to get it over with. Some rookies refuse, and then it's a longer process. So, it's up to you. It's really up to you and how you come into the league. You know, I just did me personally. I had one funny story in my rookie year because they called me the cheap rookie, and I was type of dude like. So it's like when you're a rookie, you gotta buy the snacks in the room. You know, you gotta make sure you got the Gatorades and the waters and something in the room. You know, and I'm a rookie, and I'm like, man, I gotta do this and that. I'm like, man, I can't keep screwing. Hey, I'm not a first round draft pick, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went to like a store, it's like sell fake candy, like it's like so Rice Krispies is crispy rice. It's not, you don't get the real Rice Krispies. So I had to bring that. I brought that to the room. Like I'm talking about the gummy ones, the really gummy ones. It was nothing really like real. It was like all fake. And so Ryan Clark, he went up there and he like ate the Rice Krispies, like Rice Krispies. And he was like, man, this is not no Rice Krispies. This is not Rice Krispies. He looked at this little paper and it's like crispy rice. Where did you get this from? He's like, you might be the cheapest rookie on the team. You're gonna get us some fake food, fake snacks. Like, so I took it. Then after that, you know, Troy sat me down and was like, man, you gotta do it this way and all this. And I realized at this point, it's like, you're gonna do it the good way. You're either gonna take it the hard way or the good way. And I took the good way. I'm like, man, I'd rather just get this stuff out the way and go get out this rookie phase and go into my next shit. And some guys like to fight back.
So so it doesn't really work to fight back, is what you're saying.
No, you don't win. Like you said, guys got more money, or they got more access to any and everything, you know. So you might as well just get the job done and get it over with.
It's great. I mean, and see, to me, and I appreciate it, and I thank you for being so open this morning and sharing some of these stories, speaking with Shamarko Thomas about life in the NFL. I want to take a look back to Syracuse and Dino Babers. Are you a Dino fan? What do you think about it? Season number 3, 4-8. The first 4-8 season defeated top 25 Virginia Tech at home. Second, and that team went on to play in the ACC championship game. The second 4-8 season, or had played in the ACC championship game. The second 4-8 season last season defeated the reigning national champion Clemson Tigers at home. This season, it has flipped that the 8 losses are now 8 wins, and this team has found ways to gut it out and get victories at home and on the road. 4-0 to start a season for the first time since 1991, and to not only do that, but to be ranked in the nation, both the AP and the coaches poll together for the first time in 17 years, to be in the college football playoff poll for the first time ever. So a lot of great things are happening. Are you a Dino Babers fan? And did you become one over time? Were you always a fan? So where do you stand with Dino Babers?
Honestly, I'm definitely a fan. You know, but just read him and just talk to him, and you know how he's built the culture, and just going around and hearing how the team talks and stuff like that. I definitely was a fan before. And being a football player, I understand the process. You know, as a new coach, you know you're not gonna come. You know, as a new coach and stuff like that, you know you're not gonna come there and win off the rip. You know it's a development. You gotta teach these kids to learn your way. You know, and embed and believe in your system. So I definitely believe in him when we was 4-8 and seeing him upsets and stuff. But that was us, you know. Like us, we used to have a bad season and knock on West Virginia, you know, stuff like that. So, and that was us just learning how to get into Marrone's culture. So it's the same process with them, and I'm just happy that they took it to another level. And so I definitely believe in Dino and his staff and everything that's going on in the process. And hopefully, man, they keep breaking history and making history.
And when you see what they're doing and how they're doing it, you know, to be ranked in all the polls, to be in the college football playoff poll, to be in a situation where the team has 8 wins, where they're second in the Atlantic Division behind only the Clemson Tigers this time around after being at the bottom and being 7 out of 7. This kind of turnaround, what does it say to you about Dino Babers? What does it say to you about the team? Do you get a sense that it's real and that it's not a Cinderella? How do you look at it?
It's definitely real, and I feel that just because of how the coach is. He's really into his teammates, and he's really into installing his system into them. So these kids are not just playing for themselves; they're playing for him, and that's the biggest thing people really need to understand. Once the coach gets the players to believe in him and his system, man, they're unstoppable. No matter if you're a 1-star, 5-star, if coaches can get players to believe in their system and who they are and what they believe, man, is unstoppable. And I think that's what Dino did for them, and he built it throughout the years. And yeah, rough roads, but now God and the team is getting all the glory. You know what I'm saying?
And when you look at that and you see this team, doing what they do and getting these victories and staying in the process, when Doug Marrone came in, he was following a coach in Greg Robinson that had taken a program that was having maybe a tough moment here or there at the end of Paul Pasqualoni, and just the program just went deeper and deeper into the ground, and fans got more and more upset. In the case of Doug Marrone coming in, he looked to change the culture, and from my view, he was. He was your coach. What do you think about Doug Marrone? And because he was a part of that last time that Syracuse was starting to potentially turn the corner, and you experienced that firsthand. So what was that experience like with Doug Marrone, and did you get a sense that he was bringing fans back or bringing more support back to Syracuse?
Oh, yeah, he doesn't bring more support back to Syracuse. And as Doug Marrone, as I know, as a coach, it was a tough road. But at the end of the day, like I said, we knew what he wanted, and all he wanted is to win. And the first 2 years of the process was tough. He really beat down on us. Try to break. Really, wasn't the young guys; it was the older guys. Who was the fans that was with the other team, with the other coach. Who was just trying to break them of that losing mode and trying to develop his establishment and what he believes and how he goes about business. And I feel like that was the best thing ever that happened to me in my process, because he taught us how not just to be a football player, but also be a man, because that's what life is about. Life is going to get rough and tough. The people are going to talk about you and all this stuff, but what you going to do? Are you going to keep honing on your craft and standing in the routine and believing? Or you going to bow down to these people and what they're saying about you and your team? And I feel like throughout the journey with Marrone, he brought us closer as a family, and that's what made us win, and he developed leaders that weren't leaders, because I'm not a leader by talking. I'm a leader by action, but he developed me to be more vocal and Nassif and Justin Hughes and even Chandler Jones. These things is the characters we are today is the traits from him. Through the ups and downs we deal with him. So I definitely think Marrone came here to put his stamp and stepping stone into it, and I feel like he changed the culture too.
And having Doug Marrone, he's obviously the head coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. What can you say about who he is as a coach, how he is as a coach, just your relationship or your vision of him, because now he's a head coach in the NFL with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're going through some tumultuous times. Last year, with his first crack at being a head coach for the Jaguars, they were one step out of the Super Bowl. This year, they've been dealing with injuries. They've been dealing with the ups and downs. They'll play well in one game and bad in another. So what can you tell me about Doug Marrone as a head coach?
He bends, don't break. And I can truly say that. It's an honor to say that, because no matter what situation Marrone gets in, man, he always ends up on top of it. He doesn't break. And that's how he built us. He's going, no matter the situation, 3-6, 4-6, or anything, he's not going to break. He's going to keep working. He's going to keep routine. He's going to respect the process. And he's going to keep honing in on all the playing skills and believing in them. That's the thing I respect about Marrone, and the reason why I lasted so long in the league is because it wasn't easy, but life ain't easy, or football's not easy, and this business is not easy. And Coach Marrone taught us just never break. you always going to bend. You always going to have emotion in rules and situations, like you said, injuries or anything, or even life, but don't break. Keep respecting the process. And remember, man, through the dark times, the sun will always come out, and I feel like Marrone still is going to win at the end of the day, Even if he has a bad season this year, next year, y'all better look out for the Jaguars, because Marrone will never stop competing or never stop coming in with that sense of an attack urgency. So he's a great coach, man. I got a lot of respect for him. I wish him the best in everything he does.
And you obviously got the opportunity with the Bills to go down for that AFC wildcard game in Jacksonville. What was that experience like for you? Hindsight 2020. I know we talked about it a little bit, but being in that stadium, being on the other side of your former head coach, just what that moment was like, just knowing that this world is small and it gets smaller and smaller, in my opinion. And in the sports world, it's even smaller than that.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience, and also a big experience because also Demaryius was there too, so seeing both alumni there and this crazy that he's the head coach and Demaryius played for the Jaguars and being around them guys, it was just an amazing feeling. And I just thank them because they're the reason why I'm here, the reason why I can be able to step on the shirt and compete against them, So it's definitely an amazing experience, and it's crazy how God works.
And you mentioned Demaryius. Have you gotten to speak with him or spend any time with him?
Oh, yeah, man. In the summer, I remember we had a long conversation. He does a thing on Facebook, and, he goes live, and he gives all his motivational speeches, and he talks about life and stuff. And Demaryius, I've been a fan, quietly. People will never know why I worked so hard. It's because I heard a story a long time ago about Demaryius, and people would just say that they have to go to the bars and, walk back from Marshall Street all the way back by past the facility and stuff, and they can hear the pass hit. And there'll be Demaryius out there hitting pass. And when I first met him, we was doing ladder drills, and man, he was getting on us about touching the ladder, even the little things. And that's when I was made, I started watching his videos and stuff, and he became one of my idols to respect and the game the whole year. So that's another reason why I worked hard at Syracuse, because it's this guy has set the platform and how safety's supposed to work and develop and be at Syracuse, and I got to follow these footsteps, And that's how I was, and that's how I honed in. So it's definitely a blessing to learn from him. This summer, I called him up and I talked to him, and he sent me all his notes, back in the day he used to do, and his workout routines, how he wrote down in the off season and stuff like that. And we have our talk and stuff like that. He's a great dude, and he's willing to help, man. So it's a blessing to be a Syracuse alumni because, man, there's so many contacts and blessings all over the world.
That coming from Shamarko Thomas. Shamarko, as this team goes forward, like you said, you got to go to 2 Pinstripe Bowls. You won both of those Pinstripe Bowls, first against Kansas State, second against West Virginia. Knowing that Syracuse is going back to a bowl game after a 5-year hiatus, and not just any bowl game, they'll go to a good one. The thought in what's happening with the Syracuse Orange right now is, especially if they go 9-3, they got a good shot at late December, early January. And as it stands right now,
we gotta go 9-3 because we got people on my team that went to Boston College. We gotta win. We gotta win.
So there's no choice, but to go 9-3.
Syracuse is going 9-3.
And so let's say 9-3 happens, and Syracuse gets that. Where would you like to see them? I mean, there's 40 different opportunities. There's bowls everywhere. I mean, I would anticipate that they're going to get themselves probably somewhere down in Florida, but it'll be somewhere south, your Alabamas or your Floridas or your Texas or your Georgias or whatnot. I'm not opposed to them going to Hawaii. That'd be beautiful. But I feel like Florida's kind of the place that they might end up. Is there a bowl that you always wanted to play in, or maybe you circled that you would love to see them in?
Me, honestly, I'm just proud of the boys. And if it's in Florida, I hope they enjoy it, get the W, and have fun. Not any bowl specifically, I think they should go to, but man, I hope they go to one of the top ones and win. That's the ultimate goal. Winning, establishing that platform for the next year. So, me, I always wanted to go to national championship, but at Syracuse, it was a dream, but I just wish them boys good luck on any bowl, and the future is really high for them boys.
Speaking here with Shamarko Thomas, really quick, Shamarko, before we do something fun at the end that we had done before, but I want to, with you, just what you could say to the defensive backs at Syracuse right now. Antoine Cordy he went through back-to-back seasons with season-ending injuries.
I know, that's my buddy.
So I want to kind of open that up because I know you got a relationship with Antoine Cordy, so I'm just going to kind of open the door to that and let you go with that.
Man, I just tell them boys, man, I'm proud of them boys, especially Antoine Cordy, I wasn't there with this process, but, he'd always call me on Snapchat or text me, and we have deep conversations, and this young man is very passionate about the game. He loves the game. I feel like he plays the game on another level. Everybody would say he's like me, but I feel like he's better than me, He's better than me, and I just wish them good luck, and I thank them because they took the game to another level, It's not about Shamarko and Chandler Jones and just accuse them more. It's about them. They're making history, and keep going. Keep going. Like I told them before, through all them injuries and them dark days, God will always glorify you at the end, and that's what he's doing. He's glorifying these guys at the right moment, and everything's coming into form, So blessings to them.
When they have a situation like that, I mean, these guys, these seniors, they have been the Antoine Cordys and the Dante Stricklands and the Chris Slaytons and the Eric Dungies and whatnot. They have literally seen, and the Cody Conways and Aaron Roberts, they've seen hell on earth. I mean, they have been at Syracuse thinking, I'm never going to see a bowl game. We're never going to be that team. We're never going to be that good. We're never going to make it happen. They have fought through so much. They fought through the fans turning their backs on them at times. They fought through feeling alone to get to where they are today. Just what you can say about being a former Syracuse player that was trying to work in the turnaround of the program. These guys are doing it too, and they now are going to have an opportunity that was so far away, it felt, their entire time. I mean, this senior class gets to reap the benefits of never giving up. What are your thoughts to them on that?
Man, it's amazing. Like I said, man, they made history. I'm proud, man. They went through the journey, and they're finishing. And that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing a lot of people don't realize. You go through the dark times, but that's what is molding you for to be the champion. And that's what it happened to them. And all them seniors, I'm just happy and grateful, that they're making history and keep going because sky's the limit, You seen the dark road, now you see the glory. Now it's steady, keep going and stay rooted and stay the course. These kids got a lot of dreams and accomplishments to have in life and accomplish, and the sky's the limit, man. So blessings up to them boys, and we're going 9-3, and we're going to run a good bowl game, and we're going to win it. So, man, shout out to them boys for making history, and I hope they have a banner up for them boys at the end of the season.
That coming from Shamarko Thomas. Shamarko, we got to do one thing before you hop out of here. We got to play rapid fire. We did it before the last time you were on, and I actually had a conversation about you last night. I was talking to somebody, and I said, Shamarko's coming on the show tomorrow, and I said, Shamarko and I are doing something awesome. And from the moment we said it, I'm sticking with it, and I'm a man of my word. So I said, Shamarko and I are jumping out of a plane. We're parachuting out of a plane, but we're not just jumping out of a plane. We're eating Chick-fil-A on the way down.
Chick-fil-A, got you.
So I mean, I'm still game for this. I'm a little bit nervous.
Okay.
My feet feel a little bit, I don't know, I feel a little bit strange, feel a little bit like, I don't know but I'm going to jump out of a plane with Shamarko Thomas eating Chick-fil-A. So we got to do it.
We got to do it. It's a must.
Got to make it happen. So that was part of Rapid Fire before, folks. So we're going to do Rapid Fire again. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You're going to ask me 3 questions. We're going to make it happen. So this is live radio, folks. We are not there's no preparation. This is just throwing it at it. So, all right, Shamarko. My first question for you. Tell me something on your bucket list that you believe you can achieve within a year from now.
Swimming with the Sharks.
Swimming with the Sharks, you said?
Yep.
You know that as a card-carrying Italian, that's a totally different thing. So So you're going to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Now, to bring me into this, what is this Swimming with the Sharks? Where did it come from? When is it happening? We need more information.
See, look, I want to do it by next year. It's like the Denver Sharks. I was growing up watching Jaws and stuff like that. So my friend Will gave them. I seen the video on their Instagram. Like they went to Africa. They didn't swim with the shark. They was in the cage with the shark. That's what I mean. Not literally skin to skin with sharks. I don't think my body is built for that type of pressure. But being in the cage and letting the sharks be around me, that's what I want to do. So by the end of next year, I'm be in Africa in the cage with the sharks.
That's crazy. I love it. I want to see it. I'm scared. What part of Africa are you going to do this in?
I don't know yet, man. I don't know. It's just, man, set it up, get a due date, pick a place, and I'm going to be super excited,
That's awesome. That's awesome. Swimming with the Sharks in Africa in the cage. Okay, so that's one. I watched this one movie. I forgot what it was called. It was about two girls. They did the cage thing, but they did it in the middle of the ocean. Don't do that.
And they fell all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I seen that movie too.
Yeah, it's called like All the Way Down. So don't do that. Don't do it. That's not okay.
No, we're not doing that.
Tell me, if you could work with any rapper in the world right now, if you could sit with them in a lab, in a room, because I mean I've been a fan of so many, from growing up with Biggie and Diddy and Mace and LL and Tupac, and to where I am today, I respect Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar and so on and so forth. So I got to ask you, if you could work with any rap artist right now in this moment, who would it be and why?
In this moment, Future.
You'd work with Future. Why Future?
Man, that's who I am. I'm an astronaut. I'm not spraying. Like when I had my dreads, I got to go down in my head. It was like that was telling me like I'm going down in the world, and that's how Future had me feeling. So Future, like I feel like I listen to a lot of people, music, a lot of artists, but Future never go older than me. So it's definitely Future, man. He always makes a banger every year, every summer. That has going in summer, and he's not just a good. Like people just think about him just as a rapper, man. He's articulate. He even wrote Beyonce songs and stuff like that. So he's a very creative guy. I just understand him. So I'm an astronaut. I'm on a different level. Yeah, he's Dr. Evil.
You just said he's like Dr. Evil?
No, my alter ego.
Alter ego. See, I'm thinking about Dr. Evil now. It's all good. So I like that, though. I'm an astronaut. I'm on a different level. I mean, has that been a moniker for you for a while? Has that been kind of a way to describe yourself?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's what built my confidence as Syracuse Future, honestly. Listening to him and how he talks about himself and how he believes in himself and how he carries himself. It was like that was who I wanted to be. So it was like when I stepped on the field, it was like I'm the astronaut. I'm the best person on this field. That would have to level up with my game.
I like that. My final question in rapid fire for you, Shamarko, is let me think here. Let me think, Shamarko. If you could come back to Syracuse someday and coach, what position would you want to coach? I know you were a DB, but would you want to coach them? Would you want to coach something else? Would you want to be a coordinator? If you could come back to Syracuse and coach, what job would you take?
Man, going for head coach. I'm a competitor. I'm a competitor, and that's where I'm at. So, I love to be a D coordinator, learn and develop and all that stuff, but ultimate goal is to be a head coach. Think about it. And you talking about Dino and Marrone, they have not also left their print as just a football player, but as a coach, man, and changing the whole organization around, man, they are in history. So I think I'll be a head coach, just leave my print in every aspect.
Fair enough, and I do have a bonus question. I got to ask you about this. I've covered the Jaguars for a decade. Jalen Ramsey is not one to shy away from words. He tells you what he thinks when nobody asks. He tells you what he thinks when everybody asks, and he is extremely outspoken, doesn't care what people think, likes to tell everybody what quarterbacks are trash, He likes to tell everyone that we're going to the Super Bowl, we're going to win that bleep. So, he is the guy that wants to get the attention. He wants the camera on him. He wants the spotlight. He wants that, you guys need me and you got to hear from me. So, what is your thought on? I've been in the locker room with him. I've seen it. I've seen it firsthand. What is your thought as a fellow DB about Jalen Ramsey? He's a Florida State guy, but Jalen Ramsey going out there and just kind of telling everybody what he thinks about everybody all the time, whether or not anybody asks the question.
It's kind of ironic for me because, I'm a humble guy. I'm quiet and just work hard and stuff like that, But honestly, Jalen Ramsey, you can't take that away from him. That's what made Jalen Ramsey. So I feel like he's doing what he's doing, always doing his whole life. Why change him? He's a Pro Bowler, All-Pro corner. It's kind of ironic for me because I'm a humble player and I just work hard and stay quiet and stay in my lane. But man, it's like the book I read today. It's called The Secret. The secret is in your mind. The ultimate mind is the secret. And in his mind, he's the greatest. And he feels like nobody is above him. He got respect for God. He's a kid to be behind closed doors. I got a lot of teammates that play with him. He's a humble kid, but he's a competitor, the ultimate competitor. And that's what makes him play at that level. I never been around an athlete that has participated in life and not been an ultimate competitor. AB talks a lot of trash at practice. He's a humble guy. But that competitive nature of who he is, that's who he is, So I wouldn't change Jalen Ramsey. Some things is out of order, some things he says, but that's who he is, man. That makes him go out there and get 2 picks against Antonio Brown. You know what I'm saying? Some corners go out there and be scared to play against Antonio Brown. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's like a good relationship with me and him. I respect him as a player. His swag and his attitude. But some people don't like it. But I believe in you play the way your mindset is. If you confident in yourself, you believe in yourself, man, you say whatever you want.
That coming from Shamarko Thomas, Syracuse Orange DB alum and current DB of the Denver Broncos. All right, Shamarko, doors are open to you. You got 3 questions. Ask me. Go ahead.
My 3 questions. So, today, out of all the celebrities in the world, who would you like to meet just one time? I'm talking about just one time. You can meet them one time. You can't never meet them again.
Oh. So I got to pick one celebrity?
Yeah, this got to be only one time. Probably, matter of fact, you want to see this person or meet this person for at least only 10 minutes. Who would you give that 10 minutes to?
Oh, man, that's tough. That's a good question, Shamarko. I think, you talked to me about learning what I do and how I do it. I think this is the first sign that I got to write it down on a piece of paper like Shamarko asks good questions. Okay, so let me think here. Oh, man. 10 minutes. 10 minutes, who am I spending it with?
10 minutes.
Let's see here. This is so tough. There's so many different people. I love comedy. I think I would spend I think I would spend 10 minutes with Vince Vaughn because we both have running stream of consciousness, and I had it yesterday, and it was funny because I'm hanging out yesterday, and I started talking about something and going with it, and all of a sudden it went here and then it went there, and they're like, do you want to talk about the fact that you just had a Vince Vaughn moment? Like, what is going on in your life that where did you go? But it's like they laugh and it's real, but I can somehow start talking about Pop-Tarts and end with astronauts. I don't know how, but it just works, and it makes sense, and it's funny. So I'd spend 10 minutes with Vince Vaughn because I feel like it would be 10 minutes that I'd never forget. So I would say that.
Oh, yeah. That's real cool. That is real cool. Let me see. All right. If you was in the NFL, what team would you play for? What position would you play for? And if you could take a player's box, this is the same question, though. What team would you play for? What position you play for? And, what player would you be? Von Miller? Anybody? Troy Polamalu? Anybody? Who would you be? What position? Receiver?
So if I could play for anybody, I'd play for the Jaguars because I've been connected with them since they came back in 95, or since they came to in 95. So I've been connected since day 0, day -1. So, and I've been covering them as a professional. This is my decade anniversary. I'm still waiting for somebody to make me a 10-year cake. So, yeah, so I got to get a 10-year cake. Got to make that happen. So, a Big 10. That's why I want it shaped like that. But I would be a Jacksonville Jaguar, and I would play quarterback. And I love you, Blake, but I'm coming. That's what I would play quarterback for sure.
I'm saying, but who would you be? Who would you play in that space? Who is your trait? Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, my trait. Drew Brees.
Oh, Drew Brees. Oh, Drew Brees at the Jazz? That's your style, your foot type right there?
Yeah, that would be my... Listen, it's so hard. I respect Drew Brees so much. He's a guy I'd spend 10 minutes with. But I respect Drew Brees so much. But see, my thing is I tweak it a little because I like to run. And when I would play pickup games the last couple of years, I loved, because we had a rule that you couldn't run unless they blitzed. And when they would blitz, I loved going one way and then curling around the edge and just getting in for that. And I did do something awesome that one of these guys, I forget what quarterback he did it, but he did it after I did it, and I put on social media. I was like, doesn't it feel good to be, a part of this club? Because I had thrown a pass. I'd never done this before. I threw a pass, and I kind of like line drived it. Just beelined it. This guy hit it up in the air. I got under it. Most of the players had shifted on offense and defense to the left side of the field. I'm on the right side of the field. I get around him. I catch the pass. And then one of the guys goes, "You can run, that's yours." So I threw a touchdown pass to myself. So that was a good moment for me. I think Cam Newton did that too.
That's Cam Newton right there.
So I would Drew Brees, but I would also run because I don't think that you should be a running quarterback. I think you should be a quarterback who is capable of running. Like Ryan Nassib. Ryan, if you needed 7 or 8 yards, he would go get it. And I was talking to a scout one day. And the scout was at the game, and he was like, I said, "Oh, who are you here to see?" And he named off a bunch of guys, and I was like, "Oh, that's great." I said, Ryan?" He's like, "Yeah, Ryan's got an arm or whatever." I was like, he can run, and he looked at me, he was like, "Run?" He's like, "That guy can't run." I was like, "Are you kidding me?" And he left at halftime, and of course, Ryan Nassib, you needed like 7 yards, just ran forward and got it. And so I would be the quarterback that would get it if you need it. But I want that Drew Brees arm. Man is 39 years old, and he's got a 76% completion percentage.
I know that's crazy. Last year it was 80.
So, yeah, and Drew Brees, I said it weeks ago, Super Bowl hopes. And the funny thing is I didn't grow up a Saints fan, but damn it, I want the Saints to win the Super Bowl. When I see, like, what they're doing, if they get close, I'm a Drew Brees fan, so
They might take it this year.
So I'm gonna have some fun with that. I'd have some fun as a Jaguars quarterback. Blake, I love you, but I'm coming. That's all I'm gonna say. So what's your final question for me, Shamarko?
Okay. So you can travel all over the world. What is one spot you pick to eat at? Like one spot you dream of, like the spot. Me personally, like, I want to be on the beach, eating some crazy tropical food, type of stuff like that. So, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, what is your dream goal, like, to eat this place and be at this spot at this time?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And I'm going to make it really easy for you, and it's SIS. SIS. It's 3 words, seafood in Spain.
Seafood in Spain?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that sounds nice.
Seafood in Spain. It's part of my blood. See, this is the thing that I found. So I'm going to tell you. So George Lopez, obviously. His comedy and whatnot. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to tell you this, Shamarko. I'm going to tell you a secret on the air. It's between you and I. Nobody can hear this. So everybody can hear it. But it's cool. I'm okay with that. I'm airing my dirty laundry. Dad, I love you. I'm going to preface by saying, Dad, I love you, because I'm about to shout out my dad and. Yeah, I'm about to shout out my dad in a non-positive way. Pop, I love you. But so I grew up 14, 15 years of my life that I was 100% Italian. That's how my family talked about it. That's how they treated me. My mom's side, my dad's side, you're 100% Italian. That's, everybody, all my friends in school. I loved it. Love my heritage, connected to it, olive complexion, go down to Florida, get dark. So my grandmother on my mom's side, when she gets dark, she gets like brown. She would get like brown purple in the sun. She would get so deeply dark that I was like, this can't be Italian. She's like dark. My mom would get dark. I would get dark. And then if I stay down in Florida and I'm in the sun for like 8 days, it goes past olive complexion and it starts to look like really deep. And so I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I guess I'm just really Italian. So I go to my dad's mom's house, and so I'm with my Grandma Miller, shout out. And so I'm hanging out with her, and she made veal parmesan. We're eating veal parmesan, and I said I love being Italian. I love being 100% Italian. She looks at me, she goes, Daniel, you're not 100% Italian. So my dad's sitting there eating to my right, not saying a word. So I keep eating again. I go, I said, Grandma, you don't understand. I love being Italian. It's like my heritage. I love that. I love being 100%. She drops the spoon. She goes, Daniel, Mike, you are not 100% Italian, and I don't appreciate. And so I go, what are you talking about? She goes, you are Spanish too. I look at my dad. I go, Dad, I'm Spanish. He shoves the food in his mouth. I mean, so he's not, you don't want to tell me nothing. So I was like, okay. Then my aunt on my other side. So my dad's side's not 100% Italian. It's Italian and Spanish. On my mom's side, 100% Italian, 100% Italian. My aunt is talking to me, and she said, you know that our name has shown up in Egypt, that there was a lot of crossover between Italy and Egypt back in the day, and there was relations back and forth, and there were people in Egypt, people in Italy that were romantically involved, and so one of her friends went overseas, and when she was in Egypt, found our name. So I started out my life as 100% Italian, but I know I'm Italian and Hispanic, but I may be Italian, Hispanic, Egyptian as of right now.
That's amazing. How you felt when you found out all that information?
What'd you say?
How you felt when you found out all that information about yourself?
I think it's awesome. I think, to me, I've always, I'm drawn to the Spanish culture. I've always loved the Italian culture. And, to have an African connection, to be Egyptian. I think being Egyptian is so, that to me is insane because there's just something special. What'd you say?
You sound cool.
Well, I mean, and it's just really, it's different and it's exciting. And see, the thing is, I've always been a lover of all cultures, all people, all backgrounds, and I'm such a kid. So there's a couple things. So I'm a huge Black Panther fan, and I loved the movie before the movie came out. And so to tell me, because I want Wakanda to be real. And in the movie, in the Black Panther movie, his sister Shuri gives him a bracelet, and the bracelet has vibranium, and it has a code on it, and it's coded to him, and it has his suit in it. And I got a replica one when I went to New York City to New York Comic Con, and I wear it every day. I actually wear it to every post-game press conference and all that stuff. So, and it's beautiful. It's totally different, and so I mean, to me, to be connected to that would be beautiful. To be connected to Africa and just the history and the beauty of it. I dated somebody back in the day who was Egyptian, and I thought that it was so insane that I was like, I didn't think I would ever meet anybody in America that was Egyptian. I just never crossed my mind. So if I had that blood, I'm like, that would be really cool. And then I also jokingly, to keep with comic books, said that I can actually play both Spider-Men, because Peter Parker, he's a Caucasian guy, and so you could be an Italian and do your thing. But Miles Morales is Hispanic and African, and I was like, so I could play Miles Morales or Peter Parker, so they should really sign me up. I've been asking, but they should really sign me up right now. So that'd be kind of cool to say that I could play both Spider-Men. But, yeah, man, I love it. I love the culture. I love the connection. Like I said, I love all people. So for me to be somebody who's always trying to understand someone who doesn't look like me or didn't come from the same place and, this, that, and the other. I always try to understand everybody's story. So if I have a connection to the Hispanic culture that hasn't always been appreciated and the African culture that's been, pushed down, and then the Italian culture, which a lot of people don't know, were hated when they came to the States, were hated by the KKK, were attacked by the KKK, were threatened by the KKK. To me, it's to be a part of all of these worlds just kind of goes parallel with who I am, because I really, you don't have to be a woman to understand her pain. You don't have to be African to understand the pain. You don't have to be Hispanic to, understand that when you say Hispanic, everybody thinks you're Mexican. And so it's just the reality of being in those worlds before I was in them. And now, if that's really a part of my blood, it just kind of makes perfect sense because I love everybody. And it also is really cool because the African, Hispanic, Italian would explain why I get so dark. And to me, there is nothing wrong with being African, Hispanic, and Italian. The food, the culture, the dancing. Shamarko, you know what I'm trying to say. It's like the best pickup line ever. It's the best one. Yeah, so there ain't nothing wrong with that, and no, so I appreciate it. And I never asked you this, so did you ever trace yourself back? Do you know your lineage, and do you know where your family came from originally?
No, I need to do that. I need to know my name and everything.
Well, let me tell you. I'm going to tell you really quick here. Let me tell you what my last name. So Tortora, it's cool because we had a religion teacher that had a book. You could look up everybody's name and whatnot. So she gets to me. I'm at the bottom of the alphabet. She tells everybody, oh, your name means daisy. Your name means perseverant. Your name means oranges, whatever. She gets to me, and she goes, huh, that's interesting. And I go, of course. And I looked up at God, and I go, what is it now? What's going on now? What is this joke going to be? And she goes, no. She said, your name doesn't have a definition. It has a symbol. She said Tortora is the symbol of the dove. It's the sign of love. And I was like, you're telling me this in 11th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. I could have been using this my entire life.
So, for real. I've been using that everywhere I'm doing.
So my name is the sign of love, and I very well could be Egyptian, and I'm Hispanic and Italian. So, I mean, Shamarko, this world, I don't think this world's ready for that. I don't think this world's ready for that.
They're not ready for that, man. You're on another level.
So that coming from Shamarko Thomas, Chick-fil-A jumping out of an airplane is going to happen, and I look forward to seeing. I definitely look forward to seeing you soon. When you come up to the Cuse or in my travels, we definitely got to get together. I respect you more than I can put into words, and I appreciate more than anything else that you haven't lost touch with me over the years, so thank you for that.
No, thank you, man. I thank you for everything. Thank you for bringing me on your show, man. It's definitely a blessing and an honor, And when I come to Syracuse, that's the first place I'm touching down. I'm coming to you, man. It's definitely been a blessing, man, to talk to you, man. It was an honor to be in touch with you, to be a true friend.
Absolutely. Well, be good to yourself. Have fun out there in Denver. Keep doing what you're doing, and those words mean the world. So you made a sportscaster speechless, and I talk for a living. So I will leave on that now.
Definitely, man. Blessings, man. Thank you again.
All right. God bless. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Take care. That coming from Shamarko Thomas, one of the guys that I respect the most. There are moments on this show where I legitimately don't have words. And anybody that knows me knows that is a very big thing. Because I talk for a living, and I always, I love to talk. And the thing that people don't get sometimes, and these are typically, everybody that's ever said this to me or thought this is not a part of my life anymore. Because they really, genuinely are all kind of the same. They're not like the nicest of people, but they're like, oh, so you talk because you like to hear yourself? No. I talk because I like to bring people together. I talk because I like to bring positivity. I talk because I like to make people laugh. I talk because I like to learn about other people. And that's the biggest misconception of a talker, is that we don't listen. Some of us don't. but I do. And I love to learn about you, and I love to hear about you, and I love to feel what you're about and what you're saying. I love that. So Shamarko saying, when I touch down in Syracuse, the first thing is that I'm doing is I'm coming to you. It's like the greatest compliment you could ever get in your life, ever. My grandpas and my grandmas and Morty and Cinnamon Shady, my dogs, my friends, everybody up in heaven, they must be looking out. Not they must be, they are. There's nothing better than stuff like that, than those words. Thank you, Shamarko. Ditto. We'll take a step aside. We'll be back in a moment.
This is a wake-up call fast break.
This is Jimmer Sikowski, owner-operator of Chick-fil-A Cicero, 7916 Brewerton Road in Cicero, right in front of the Home Depot. I had a deep feeling that God wanted me to do something bigger with my life and to help people, help others. He kept putting Chick-fil-A in my life, and I realized as I was going through the franchise selection process that positively impacting the lives of others was really core to what we do here at Chick-fil-A. First of all, it starts with the food. The food is brought in fresh daily. We bring in local produce. We prepare to order in the kitchen. We hand bread our chicken. We hand spin our milkshakes. It's great food. It doesn't taste like fast food. I think the second thing is the way people feel when they come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. It's different. We try to treat people with intentional kindness here, which is very different and deeper than good customer service. And so I think it feels remarkable for most people to come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. And then lastly, the impact that we try to have in the community is very different. It's a big part of the expectation of every operator of a Chick-fil-A restaurant is that they're actively engaged in their community, they're a leader in the community, and they're making a difference. When they realize that what we're striving to do is to shine a little light in their life, that's a very, very different experience than you will have in any other quick service restaurant. And it's that remarkable experience that I think people will emotionally connect with.
I'm George Townsend of Honda City with some good advice when buying a new car. The true cost of owning a new car is determined by the appraised value when you trade it. No vehicle appraises higher than a Honda. Next, look for low APRs and deep discounts. You also want low maintenance costs and great fuel economy. That's why my advice to you is to buy a new Honda. Looking pre-owned, visit our Honda Certified Used Car Center. Honda City, 7140 Henry Clay Boulevard, Liverpool, or HondaCity-CNY.com.
It would be a pity if you don't shop at Honda City.
For all of us that have always wanted our favorite restaurant to come to us, it's now a reality in Central New York with It's a Utica Thing, with Utica Pizza Company bringing their wonderful recipes that they've handed down through generations to you, to your event, to your business, to your home. It's a Utica Thing, proudly bringing Utica Pizza Company on wheels to your location. Call 315-738-8946. That's 315-738-8946 to bring Utica Pizza Company to your doorstep with It's a Utica Thing.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on WakeUpCallDT.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on MixLR.com/WakeUpCallDT. If you haven't gotten onto the live feed as a member, the time to do so is now. Become a free member by going to MixLR.com/WakeUpCallDT and clicking on follow. It takes a couple seconds. It is completely free. It's not free with purchase. It's not free this, free that. It is actually free because I believe that things in the world that are free should be, well, free. So, I mean, that's what they are. So free is free, and make sure that you become a member today, as so many of you have. Thank you, and I cannot appreciate it enough what you all have done and just the wonderful, tremendous amount of support that you've all given to me over the years has been so amazing, and I thank you. 15 years of being a broadcaster and counting, and I just can't thank you enough. I mean, I live my dreams every single day, and I pray to God that you live yours too. I try so hard to impart whatever knowledge, whatever wisdom, whatever positivity and happiness your way so that you can live it too. I really do. It's it's one thing for me to live my dreams, and it's another thing for us all to live our dreams. So I hope that you get to. I hope that you are. If you're not, I hope that you're striving to. I hope that you're working to. I hope that you're determined to, because it really, you gotta live your dreams. You have to live your dreams. With every fiber of your being, you gotta do it. And there is no substitute to living your dreams. Nothing's going to make you happier than living your dreams. So just make sure that you do that and you give it all to God and you just try your absolute mightiest and your toughest. I promise you that everything is going to work out that's meant to work out, and it will all come to fruition if you give it all you got. So for those of you that don't believe in God, just know God believes in you. And for those of you that don't believe in yourself, understand that if you don't believe in yourself, then you're closing the door for anybody else to believe in you. So believe in yourself. Know that you can, because you can. And I am living proof every single day that you can, and you will, and nobody's going to stop you. So I think it's hilarious if somebody tries to stop me, because you just can't stop, won't stop. Do it like Diddy, so to speak. But really, though, don't ever stop fighting for what you believe in and what you want and what you desire. There is not a person on this planet that shouldn't be living their dreams. As long as you're not hurting anybody and you're not doing anything, bad to people, then I say live your dreams and live them to the fullest of your capabilities every single day, every single moment, every single chance you get. Do not waste a single moment. There is somebody somewhere laying in a hospital bed that is begging God to give them a moment, to give them a chance, to give them anything, any sign, any ray of hope. And so just don't give up, and don't ever give up, as Jim Valvano would say, and just know that there is something around the corner, and you gotta turn that corner. I know it sucks. I understand. I get it. It's hard, but you have to turn that corner. You have to turn that corner. You have to believe that you can turn that corner, and then you got to go out and do it. So turn the corner, give it all up to the big guy, and know that, give it up to God, and just know that God's got your back. It's all going to work out. Don't ever give up on your dreams. Ever, 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 ever. Shamarko Thomas is an example of that. I try to be an example of that every day of my life. I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. There's a lot of places where I can get better, but I know those things, and so I have to get better at those things. It's one thing to understand where you can get better. It's another thing to actually physically do it. So I put myself on the clock and said, all right, Dan, we got to do this. And it's that fight, it's that desire, it's that want to that you got to put out there into the world, and you can't let anybody take it away from you. People are going to try to bring you down every single day. One of the greatest moments, really for me, one of the things that I saved, and I have it with me all the time, and it's from New Girl, and it's from the character Winston on New Girl, and he likes to go to dance class, but he's also a cop, and so he has this dance shirt on, and it's like a tank top, and it's got a little saying on it, whatever. And Schmidt says to him, he says, his buddy Schmidt, who's also his roommate, he says to him, you can't go to, he said, before dance class, I got to stop off at the station. And he goes, you can't go to the station like that. And he goes, when are you going to stop caring what people think about you? He said, listen, he said, there are a lot of people that have thoughts on how I live my life. He was like, when I look at the comment box in my life, there's a lot of people telling me how I should live my life. But he said, there's only one comment card I pay attention to. And do you know what it says? It says, good job. Keep it up. And you know who wrote it? Me. And he said, you know how I know? Because I recognize my own mother friggin' handwriting. And it's not easy. It's not easy, but do it. Do it. Trust from a person who has let the other side happen, in the sense of caring about what they say and what they do. And I've let people ruin my day, and yet I've walked down the street and my day is beautiful and the sun is shining and God is great, and I let one person ruin my day on one statement one time that I might never see again or talk to for the rest of my life. So take it from me, it's stupid, it's wrong, don't do it. Don't waste time with this. It's garbage. It's ridiculous. It is not worth it by any stretch of the imagination. It's never worth it. So live above the hate. Live above the negativity. And just understand that people are going to do what they want to do. You can't stop somebody from living their life. They're going to do what they want to do. And you have to do what you want to do. But they don't live your life and you don't live theirs. So be you and don't apologize for going after your dreams and being a good person and wanting the best that you can want. People are going to try to stop you. They're going to try to stop you. They're going to try to ruin your day. Do you ever have somebody in your life you just feel like hits you at the wrong time all the time? You know, the strategic person, the one that you feel like can essentially sniff out when, you know, you're having a moment or like when you're really, really happy. You know, you just get that sense like, wow, I haven't heard from them. And then like there's a bombshell. Those people they're not okay. They're hurting. They're not happy. I have never met a good person. I say this all the time on the show, but it's true. I've never met a good person in my life who has just done horrible things to other people or tried to ruin anybody's day. My mom has her moments. Sometimes she's happy. Sometimes she's sad. Sometimes, you know, the world gets her down and sometimes it doesn't. But I have never, ever seen my mother try to deliberately hurt somebody. In 33 years of my life, for as long as I've been alive, I have never seen my mother deliberately try to hurt somebody. And I can't say the same thing about other people, but I've never seen my mother try to do that. Ever seen my mother try to deliberately hurt somebody else, because it's not who she is. So just understand that happy people that are comfortable and confident in their lives, they don't have time to think about your life in that sense. I'm not saying they don't care. I'm saying when you are chasing your dreams and you're around the people that you love and you're taking care of the people that you love and you're taking care of yourself and you don't have time to think about, oh, well, what can I do to hurt somebody today? You don't have time for that, and you're happy. So, you know, miserable people, misery loves company. So just understand that the people that are trying to make your day a bad day, that you may let make your day a bad day, those people are not happy. They're not making you better. They're making you stronger. I shouldn't say they're not making you better, because they are making you better in their own weird way. But it's not worth it for you to spend your life worrying about what is somebody going to do. What are they going to do to me? And if you think of somebody that way already, if you anticipate that somebody wants to hurt you every chance they get, then get them out of your life. Stay away from them. It doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter family, no family. It doesn't matter vow this or vow that. If somebody is toxic, they got to get out. If somebody's bad, they got to get out. There is no substitution. How do I want to say this? There's no making it better when somebody is just not good and they're not there and they don't care. There's no making that better. You might want to make it better, and you might hurt and yearn to make it better, but I'm telling you from firsthand accounts in my life, you cannot change what somebody is and who somebody is. They're going to be who they want to be regardless of what you want them to do and regardless of who you want them to be. And it is a total waste of time for you to spend any time around somebody who doesn't respect you, appreciate you, know you, love you, care for you. So we feel that. We feel that in the pit of our stomach. We feel that pain, right? We feel that person wanting to hurt us. Why be around it? Why waste your time with it? You might have to talk to that person for a certain amount of time, but this too shall pass. It will always pass. It will always pass. I can't tell you how many times I looked up at God and said, my life is over. I can't get past this. This is going to win. I'm not going to win. I've lost. I'm not going to make it, God. It's been a great run. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 5 months ago, 5 days ago. I've beaten every battle that I couldn't beat in my brain. I've beaten it. And that tells me something about me, and it tells me something about God, and it tells me something about how we worry and what we worry about and how much we worry and what we think is going to happen. We spend so much time on the negative people. We spend so much time on the negative words. We spend so much time on what do they think of me as opposed to what do I think of me. And it's like, what do you think of you? And if you have a bad view of yourself, you have to change that. Nobody's going to change that for you. You have to change that. You have to want better. You have to want more. And you have to desire it, and then you have to go get it. Nobody's going to get that for you. You got to get it yourself. So, coming off of my conversation with Shamarko Thomas, who's a tremendous human being, he went and got it himself. He didn't wait for anybody to go get it for him. He didn't demand that anybody go get it for him. He went and got it. He wanted it. He went and got it. He desired it. He went and got it. He didn't ask anybody to live his dreams. He asked himself to live his own dreams. And he did. And he's living them still. This man is still in the NFL. He still has a job. He's still working tremendously. He's still doing a tremendous job working diligently every single day. So people like him remind people like me, when you get those swings at you, they're just people. And they're just words. And evil wants you to hurt. Good doesn't. Understand that anybody that throws physical punches or philosophical punches, the real ones, the fake ones, whatever it may be, that person is trying to get to you because that person is not happy. I don't want to throw a punch ever, a fictitious one or a real one. Because I want to hug people. I want to love people. I want to give my best to the world, and I want the world to appreciate that. And sometimes it will, and sometimes it won't. But it doesn't mean I don't give my best anyway. So, big shout out to and a thank you to Shamarko Thomas. Nothing but love for Shamarko. Let's take a step aside for a fast break. We'll come back with the ingredients to success in just a moment.
This is a wake-up call fast break.
Gear up with the real deal at Dry-Sig Apparel, creating what people are going to see and learn about you before they even meet you. Gear up for what you need for your team, business, or event. So look professional, look good, and feel good. Outfit yourself at DreisigApparel.com. That's DREISSIG Apparel.com. The only place to gear up with the real deal. What's the universal language of a fan? Clapping your hands. With Fan Hands, the ultimate sports fan accessory, find your team color, slip them on, and start cheering on your favorite team with 11 different colors, always in stock on fanhands.com, where you'll find the ultimate sports fan accessory. Real fans wear Fan Hands.
Get Hilton quality service at the most affordable price at True by Hilton Camillus, located right next to Costco in Township 5. True by Hilton Camillus offers you their signature sport court where you can enjoy basketball, volleyball, pickleball, soccer, lacrosse, and more year-round in their indoor facility. For reservations and information, call 315-314-8676. That's 315-314-8676. True by Hilton Camillus. Hilton quality service at the most affordable price.
Utica Pizza Company spells family. Your family, my family, their family. The recipes that they have shared with each other throughout the years and have now been so gracious to share them with us. I can sit here and talk with you about all the great things that are on the menu, but we'd be here forever. So let me say this. Utica Pizza Company is second to none. And now you can bring it home with you and you can dine in the restaurant. UticaPizzaCompany.com will give you all the information that you need. And let me say, these Utica greens, they're the best. Utica Pizza Company. Call them and place your order at 315-214-3060. That's 315-214-3060. Families break bread at Utica Pizza Company.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on WakeUpCallDT.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on MixLR.com/WakeUpCallDT. Back here on the broadcast Tuesday, November 20th. I want to put out a special prayer to Aaron. Aaron, I want to send my love, and I want to send my prayers to you. Aaron's a friend of mine, and obviously means a lot to people that mean a lot to me. So, Aaron, I pray that you're okay. I pray that you will be okay. I want you to know that my prayers are with you, my thoughts are with you, and God is with you. I pray that He heals you. I pray that He loves you up so much more than you could ever even imagine, and that whatever's going on with you right now, that God, He or she, I know we say He, I try to just say God, but God will find a way. I believe that. I believe God is good. I believe we have a wonderful God who is a loving God, who is a caring God. I know that. I just believe we have a good God, and I believe that God is looking over you. So I pray and I hope nothing but the best for you, and that everything that is bothering you right now comes to pass, and that you heal completely and for good. And no matter what, through God, and handle well whatever comes your way. I really do pray that. I hope that for you, that you heal completely and for good. And that nothing right now is going to get you down, and nothing any other time is going to get you down. So stay strong, keep fighting, girl, and much love and appreciation to you and the family. And I hope and I pray the best for you in every way, shape, and form, that you are healthy, you are happy, you are safe, and that all of your loved ones know that God's got your back, and that you know that God's got your back. So I just really pray for you, and I hope that everything works out. So my love and my prayers go to you. So God bless. Seriously, God bless. To you, Aaron, and to Johnny, and to all your loved ones, and Noah, and everybody. So my prayers go out to each and every single one of you. I hope you're doing okay, and whatever's bothering you right now, like I said, I hope that God puts His healing hands on it and gets you feeling better, and that you stay well, that you are well, and that you stay well today, tonight, and so on, that you're healthy, happy, safe, filled with all of God's most precious gifts, and that you have a long, fun day and night that go by slowly, and that you're well, that you do God's will, and that you are well, and that you heal, and that you're safe and sound, surrounded by your loved ones that have passed on, and your loved ones that are here on earth, that everybody's got your back now and forever, and that the healing power of God is on you right now, and that God's hand will take whatever is bothering you away and only give you positivity, and only give you good, and only bless you as He has already. So, as God has already. So that's my prayer to you, Aaron, and thank you to Aaron's loved ones who sent that over to me and asked me to say a little prayer. So always, if you need a prayer said, you can always come to the show. And if you just want to talk, you can always come to the show. So just know that I got everybody's back over here. So I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. With that being said, the ingredients to success are proudly brought to you by Utica Pizza Company, and it's a Utica thing. And Johnny said, I keep telling her she has to keep carrying on. Crayon. So it's just, Aaron has a thing with how you say, you can't say crayon. You have to say crayon. Crayon, like Carry On Johnson, but crayon. She hates it. She hates it so much. I didn't know it could ever buy. See, but that's the little things that bother people. Like, I don't like Spider-Pig. I don't like the fact that there's a version of Spider-Man somewhere in the universe where a pig is talking and it's Spider-Man. I don't like Spider-Pig. I don't get it. I'm very upset by it. I want to talk to the creators of it, and I want to know why. But I don't know if it's ever going to help me sleep at night, but I need to know why, because it bothers me. It's funny. I had some stuff going on in my life, and my buddy goes to me, he goes, what's the thing that bothers you the most right now? And we were talking about totally other stuff. He goes, what bothers you the most right now? I went, Spider-Pig. He started laughing. I go, Spider-Pig. Above everything else, why would somebody approve that? Why is that okay? Why? I can roll with Miles Morales and Peter Parker and Ben Reilly and so on and so forth. different Spider-Men in the Spider-Gwen. Love Spider-Gwen. But Spider-Pig? No. Okay? Unless I can cook up Spider-Pig. I'm sorry. PETA's going to be mad. Don't be mad at me, PETA. Just listen. It's a fictional cartoon, whatever, but people are touchy these days. If I could eat Spider-Pig as bacon, and I could become Spider-Man. So I could eat bacon, which I love, and have the powers of Spider-Man, which I've wanted forever. If I could become Spider-Man by eating bacon, oh my gosh. That's the win-win-win-win-win-win. So let's make it happen. Let's make a story where Dan Tortora gets to become Spider-Man by eating bacon. That's all I need. Let's make it happen. So with that being said, let's get into the ingredients of success, probably brought to you by Utica Pizza Company, and It's a Utica Thing. Oh, God, it's so crazy. It's all good. Utica Pizza Company, and It's a Utica Thing. I've been holding out on saying this. I've been hoping and wishing and praying, and it's finally come to fruition because these people work so hard. Charlie DiGristina, Phil Russo, you both know that I love you. I love you both like family. And you are family. I don't like saying like family. You're family. So, Charlie, you know I got tremendous love for you. Phil, you know that. Phil and I have been like brothers. So it's just been, Charlie's amazing. Phil's amazing. They work so hard. They got Charlie's Pizza out in Utica. They come here. They bring Utica Pizza here to 628 South Main Street in North Syracuse, New York. Then they put one in Whitesboro recently. They got a food truck. They get another food truck. They're doing all these events. Then they do the It's a Utica Thing sauces. They got all the Riggy sauces, the roasted garlic. They have the piggy Riggy, the chicken Riggy, the veggie Riggy. They put all that together. Then they have the marinara sauce, the marinade. They put that out there in the stores. Then they have the famous tomato pie that they put out in the stores. Then their dressing, and then their pepper. And they go to Spira's and Nichols and Price Chopper and Beacon Skiff and Stewart Shops and all over the state of New York. And then they made the announcement over the weekend that Utica Pizza Company, It's a Utica Thing, is available for purchase at Wegmans. And I am a Wegmans boy. And I worked at Wegmans, and I eat at Wegmans all the time, and I go to Wegmans all the time, and people in my life, you know who you are, know that I was at Wegmans like 2 days ago. So, and I need to go back to Wegmans because I have to get stuff for Thanksgiving. So my mom was like, "Did you get a turkey yet?" And I was like, "Nope." Do I need to get a turkey? I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. I didn't get a turkey. My dad got it. My dad's like, "I'll go get the turkey." I was like, "Big ups to you, Dad." Because I was traveling yesterday, and I'm like, "Yes, go get a turkey pop. Thank you." So, yeah, ingredients to success makes total sense to be brought to you by Utica Pizza Company. It's a Utica Thing. Because I love working with businesses that are led by great people that are constantly progressing and going and wanting more. Not in a bad way, but in a positive way. Johnny said, "Which Wegmans?" Just go to Wegmans. They're being carried at Wegmans. Go to Wegmans, Johnny, and see the love. Get a feel for the Utica Pizza Company. It's a Utica Thing in Wegmans. Famous tomato pie, available in Wegmans. Love it. I'm so excited. I have 2 of them in my freezer. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to eat them because then I won't have them, but then I don't want to stare at them forever and leave them in my freezer. Did you ever do that before? You got like a little bit of cereal left, and it's your favorite cereal. So you're like, I don't want to eat it, but I don't want it to get stale. So you're in this like hostage crisis of, do I eat it or do I leave it there because I want to eat it, but I don't want to have none of it left? And then there's always someone that's like, you could just buy more. And it's like, yeah, you could just buy more. But I want this box to last forever. So that's how I am with the famous tomato pie. I'm like, I could eat it today, but then I won't have it in the freezer. But I should eat it because I bought it. Well, because I have it. So, you know. It's so good. And it makes perfect sense, like I said, to have the ingredients to success brought to you by Utica Pizza Company, and It's a Utica Thing, because these men don't stop. These workers, these men, women, everybody that's involved with Utica Pizza Company, It's a Utica Thing, nobody stops. everybody keeps going. They keep fighting. They appreciate what they have, and they continue to push the envelope and progress and get better and get stronger and just do amazing things. In the time that I have worked with them, in the last 2-3 years that Utica Pizza Company and It's a Utica Thing have worked with me and I with them, they have added a food truck. They have printed out the labels for their bottles. They jarred their sauces. They got the recipes right. They made the famous tomato pie. They started putting them in stores. They went in stores all over the state of New York. They have consistently grown. And that's what I like to see. I like to work with companies that are getting bigger and better. And you can see them all on WakeUpCallDT.com. I feel so proud to call this my team, my unit, my people. And when I talk about that, I'm talking about Carvel DeWitt, Chick-fil-A Cicero, FanHands.com, Penn and Trophy Center, True by Hilton, Camillus in Township 5, Press Room Pub, K9 Campground Dog Boarding and K9 Doggy Daycare, Utica Pizza Company, It's a Utica Thing, the Wildcat Sports Pub, Dry Sig Apparel, Dry Sig Lady, DREISSIG, Honda City of Liverpool, the Syracuse Stallions, Lawrence Papaleo, licensed real estate salesperson of Gilbo Realty, 315-748-2524 to buy or sell your home, buy or sell commercial property or land or invest, 315-748-2524. There's never a bad time to give them a call. So, but really though, all these people are growing. Every single company I work with is getting better. That's the type of people I like to work with. The people that are not going to ever say die, that are always going to push the envelope, that are always going to get after it and want to enjoy the success that they have and then have more success. So the ingredients to success make perfect sense to come from my team, and it makes perfect sense to come from Utica Pizza Company, and It's a Utica Thing. So my ingredients to success for a successful Thanksgiving, right? We're going to holiday this one up because I love Turkey Day. So here's your ingredients to success for this Thanksgiving, for Thursday, November 22nd, 2018. My ingredients to success for you for Thanksgiving this year are, when I make my turkey, I put the bag around it. I don't know if everybody does this, but I put the cooking bag. Put a little bit of flour in there. You season up the turkey, right? You treat it nice. Put some butter on the turkey, or I can't believe it's not butter, or whatever. Smart, balanced butter. That's the one I use. It's good stuff. Healthy. Because I don't like butter, but I got to put something on it, make the seasoning stick and whatnot, and I really like Smart Balance. So you put Smart Balance on there, healthy butter, rub the turkey, put the seasoning on it, put it in the bag. The bag keeps everything in, keeps the flavor in, keeps it from drying out. Really, really good. Cut a few slits in it. That's an ingredient to success for your turkey day. Another ingredient to success, have my dad give you the recipe that he has for stuffing because it's tremendous. It is so, so good. Stuff it into the turkey, comes out, cut it up, amazing. We cut it into little circles, so good. Sweet potatoes. Here's a trick. Don't tell anybody I told you this, but here's a trick. If you want your sweet potatoes to be soft and delectable, because your sweet potatoes, they come out hard, right? You put them in, they come out hard. You got them in there for 2 hours. You're like, they're drying out, but they're still hard. I did this as a trick. I taught myself how to do this. I couldn't remember. I don't know why I did this. I just did it. So I make my sweet potatoes in memory of my grandmother. Shout out to my grandmother who got to have them for years before she went back up to heaven. And I love you, and I miss you like crazy, G Mama, and you're my life, and you mean the world to me, and I just pray that you guide me right now and always, and my mom and all of us, Aunt Donna, Nico, Miguel, all of us. So, my dad, everybody. So, when I make my sweet potatoes, I take all the skin off, obviously, cut them up not into tiny pieces, I make bigger ones, and then I poke it with a fork. I poke every single part of the sweet potato with the fork, front, back, side, whatever does it. Because when you poke the holes in the sweet potato, it allows the juices to go in. It helps them that when they cook, they get soft. It's a little trick that always works. And if you don't do it, then they don't come out you're just not going to be happy. So if you've been a sweet potato maker that can't figure out why it doesn't work, do that. Poke the holes with the fork and then cook them inside of the oven. That's an ingredient to success for Turkey Day. I told you one of my secrets. Jeepers Christmas. Broccoli casserole, very easy to make. I make it with broccoli, I make it with cheese, and I make it with breadcrumbs. Very simple, very good, very awesome. Crisp it up a little bit. Do it. Pumpkin pie, got to be at the table. It's got to be there. Okay? Because people might tell you they don't like it, and they don't this, and they don't that. But on Turkey Day, people will be eating some pumpkin pie. So get yourself some pumpkin pie. Another ingredient to success. Have a game on television that actually freaking matters. And thank goodness that the Washington Redskins are 6-4 and the Cowboys are 5-5 so that this can actually be a game for the leader of the NFC East division. So this game has implications. Yay! Finally, there's implications to a Thanksgiving game. And the Lions are going to be playing on Thanksgiving as well. Johnny's like, I know. So there's going to be a good game coming up on Turkey Day. And I want to jump to that Week 12 of the NFL. Make sure you set your lineup for fantasy football. That's another ingredient to success. Don't forget. The Lions are 4-6. They have to win. The Bears are in first place of their division. The Bears are 7-3. It's going to be one hell of a game. I'm excited because I get to watch the Bears, and they're so much better than they have been. And I hope the Lions can give them a fight. The Skins and the Cowboys fight for the top of the NFC East. And then the rotator game every year, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time, Falcons and Saints. How is watching Drew Brees not one of the most tremendous Thanksgiving gifts? So those are ingredients to success, that all three games on Thanksgiving actually have meaning, actually have substance, actually are going to be fun, I hope. So on paper, it looks like we have our best trio of Thanksgiving games for the first time in, I don't know, maybe a decade. So good stuff with that. Another ingredient to success for Thanksgiving, have your friends over, okay? My parents are going to be here for Thanksgiving. I'm making Turkey Day. I'm making it happen. It's my 5th year making the bird. I'm excited. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. Here's the thing. My friends obviously have their families and they have their kids and their wives and their husbands and whatnot. So they have things that they have to do. But invite them over after. Okay? There's nothing wrong with Friendsgiving. I was about to have a Thanksgiving this year with people I really didn't want to have Thanksgiving with. And so I was like, well, I want to invite over my friends. So, I have the Thanksgiving I want outside of the Thanksgiving that I'm being forced to have. Well, now I don't have to do that. So now I'm having the Thanksgiving that I want 100%. But I invited my friends over, and I hope that they come over. Invite your friends. Tell them, even if it's just for an hour, even if it's for leftovers, even if it's to watch a game, to throw the football in the backyard, whatever it is, invite your friends over. Worst thing that they can say is that they have plans and they can't do it. But in actuality and in reality, I only want to spend time with people that love me, that I love them, that are good to me and I'm good to them, that are not stressful and that are not trying to bring me down. Why would anybody want to stay around people that are negative and toxic? So surround yourself with good people and tell your friends to come to your house. Don't feel like the holidays are the days that you're forced to be around people that you can't stand. Be around the people that you love them up like crazy, focus on them. When I was at a table and I didn't necessarily want to talk to everybody at the table, I focused on my grandma. I focused on the people that matter to me. I gave it up to them, and I love them, and I gave it all I could. I want to look at a table of a bunch of people who appreciate me. I appreciate them. We love each other. We love God. We're working hard. We're giving our best. I want to be around good people. So don't do the holidays that you have to do. Do the holidays that you want to do. And that doesn't mean be mean to anybody. It means spend your time that God has given you wisely. And stop thinking that you're going to have an endless amount of that time. Spend it the best that you can spend it, because every moment counts. And the moments today can affect your moments tomorrow. So do what I'm doing and be around the people that you love. Have fun with the people that you love. Give it up to the people that you love. And that's just what it's about. So surround yourself with good people. Love those people, and don't be afraid to have Thanksgiving with 3 people or 25 people. So, my friends, you're all still invited. You know that. I love y'all. I hope to see you there. Mom and Dad, can't wait. Lily, can't wait. What else do I want to say about ingredients to success for Turkey Day? Enjoy the process. Because the Thanksgiving meal that gets put on the table, I make the broccoli casserole, the sweet potatoes, the pumpkin pie, the stuffing, and the turkey. I love the process. I love every little bit of the process. I become one with the turkey. I talk to the turkey. I got to make her feel safe and appreciated because we're going to get to know each other. So, but be good to the process. Appreciate the process. Just like in life, you can't get to that meal that looks amazing without going through the process. Getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting that bird ready. I love the process. I appreciate the process. So, love the process. Welcome the process. And understand that every good thing that comes in life is built. It doesn't just come fully assembled. Somebody had to build it at some point. Even if it comes fully assembled, someone had to build it originally. So just remember that and love the process and all of that. Outside of that, just don't just be thankful on Thanksgiving for the great things that God has blessed you with. Be thankful every day. So just remember that. Be thankful every single day for what you have. So definitely be thankful on Thanksgiving. And then remind yourself on Thanksgiving that you need to wake up every single day and be thankful. So don't just use the holidays. Use the holiday as a reminder, but don't make the holiday the only time that you say thank you. And with that being said, thank you to you for listening in. Thank you to all of my wonderful partners that you can see on WakeUpCallDT.com. Check them out. Go to their stores. Go to their places of establishment. Go online. And I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. These are really good, hardworking people who give their best and want it to be right the first time every time. That's why I work with them. That's why I appreciate them. That's why I love them. So work with them and give them your best. Games coming up with the Syracuse Stallions. Their next home game is December 1st. Their next game is December 1st, Syracuse at Elmira at 6 p.m. And then the next day, on December 2nd, Binghamton comes to Syracuse at 6. And in December, they have 3 home games. Binghamton at Syracuse on December 2nd, Scranton at Syracuse on December 8th, and Baltimore Hawks at Syracuse on December 22nd. And they'll also be at Binghamton on the 15th, which is my G-Mama's birthday. So, plenty of games coming up. The Syracuse Stallions are 5-0 in the East region. They're 5-0 overall, and they are in the top 3 ranked in the nation out of 143 national ABA teams. So, first year, inaugural season, and the Syracuse Stallions are ranked number 3 in the nation of 143 ABA teams in their inaugural season. Get out to Manlius Pebble Hill and watch them play some games. And you can get your tickets by going to SyracuseStallions.com. That's SyracuseStallions.com. Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora will be with you tomorrow. You'll hear from the entire American Athletic Conference, the whole conference, all 12 coaches in the final AAC teleconference of the season with all the coaches. You'll hear from each and every single one of them this Wednesday, November 21st. You will also hear from Tim Lester, former offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach, who was responsible for recruiting and bringing in Eric Dungy. You will hear from him as he is the Western Michigan Broncos head coach. So it's funny, we had a Bronco on today with Shamarko Thomas of the Denver Broncos, who has a connection to Syracuse, and we'll have a Bronco tomorrow with Western Michigan Broncos head coach Tim Lester, who has a connection to Syracuse. So, little Bronco week going on right now. So, Tim Lester will be with us, and you'll also hear from the entire American Athletic Conference and so much more on tomorrow's broadcast. Come out and see me tonight right after the Dino Babers show. Every Tuesday at 7 p.m., we're doing Trivia Tuesdays at the Press Room Pub. We just started it this month, and we will be with you every month moving forward here as we head through the winter and into the spring and so on and so forth. I know. So make sure you come out and see us at the Press Room Pub, 220 Harold Place in Syracuse, New York, right in downtown. There is a massive parking lot. Parking is free to come to the Press Room Pub. I believe there's 400 spaces. So make sure you come out to the Press Room Pub and hang out with us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. This Tuesday we're at 8 p.m. because the Dino Babers show got moved because of the holiday. So Dino is 7 to 8. I am 8 to 10. So come out and see me tonight at the Press Room Pub. Right after Dino Babers, he's on one side. I'll be on the other. So stick around if you're going to see Dino play some trivia, or come in at 8 o'clock and play some trivia. Can't wait to see you out at the Press Room Pub every Tuesday at 7 p.m., 220 Harold Place at the Press Room Pub in Syracuse. This week of Thanksgiving, we are at 8 p.m. So make that note. Every week is 7, This week is 8 because of the holiday. We will see you right after the Dino Baber Show at 8 p.m. at the Press Room Pub for some live trivia. Got some cool questions, some Dino questions, and questions are always on sports, music, movies, geography, history, a little bit of everything. We like to make it fun for everybody, and we like to involve everyone's expertise in the grand scheme of things. So come and hang out with us tonight at the Press Room Pub and every Tuesday night for live trivia. And I want to really quickly here jump into our final fast break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
This is a wake-up call fast break.
Having peace of mind when you're out of town that your furry-loving friend is safe and sound means taking them to Canine Campground, because we all know that when it comes to the love of our pets, it goes well beyond the call of duty to make sure they're safe and sound. Right, Lily? So take a ride to 242 Johnson Street in East Syracuse, New York, and see Canine Campground and where your dog will be staying in the classic cabin, the executive cabin, the grand cabin, or of course the luxury cabin, because if you know Lily, you know she loves luxury. Now you don't have to wait to the last minute to find a family member or a friend that'll take your dog for a few days. Call Canine Campground at 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Their drop-off and pickup times are Monday through Sunday. Check K9campground.com for more information. That's the letter K, the number 9, and campground spelled with a K.com. K9campground.com.
When you're going out of town, bring your dog to Canine Campground.
Consistency is, well, consistently hard to find, unless you head to 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York, the home of the Pen and Trophy Center, who has been serving us Central and Upstate New Yorkers, as well as beyond, for decades. The Pen and Trophy Center on 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York, gives you an amazing and unique way to customize a memory today. Say it with the Pen and Trophy Center. Be it an Employee of the Month award, a sports award, something for your business, engraving for your family, your loved ones, anniversaries, birthday parties, and so much more, including remembering somebody who served in the military. Say it with the Pen and Trophy Center. 119 East 2nd Street in East Syracuse, New York. The definition of consistency is pen and trophy. Browse their products on penandtrophy.com. That's penandtrophy.com, and call them for more information at 315-422-8797. That's 315-422-8797. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is located on 3680 Milton Avenue in the Home Depot Plaza. It is your family-friendly sports bar and restaurant. Folks, some sports bars aren't family-friendly. Some family-friendly restaurants are not sports bars. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is proud to be both. It is that marriage that you've been looking for years. The Wildcat Sports Pub is your home base for your sports bar and restaurant needs, games for the kids, indoor and outdoor activities, and enough things on the menu to come back every single week and get to try something new. They're open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight. For reservations and party information, call 315-487-2222 for the Wildcat family-friendly sports pub and restaurant.
Get Hilton quality service at the most affordable price at True by Hilton Camillus, located right next to Costco in Township 5. True by Hilton Camillus offers you their signature Top It breakfast bar with over 30 different toppings to personalize the most important meal of the day, all complimentary with your stay. For reservations and information, call 315-314-8676. That's 315-314-8676. True by Hilton Camillus. Hilton quality service at the most affordable price.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on WakeUpCallDT.com, your one-stop sports shop, and on MixLR.com/WakeUpCallDT. Want to get a quick note in here. Tomorrow's broadcast will also feature the Fantasy Football Power Hour. We usually do it on Thursdays, but obviously we're off for Thanksgiving, so make sure you tune in tomorrow's show. You'll hear every coach from the American Athletic Conference. You will also hear from Tim Lester, and you will hear Mike Sofka of Hall of Fame FantasyFootball.com and myself, Dan Tortora, with the Fantasy Football Power Hour, getting you ready for the trio of Thursday games, Turkey Day games, Chicago at Detroit, Dallas at Washington, as well as, Washington at Dallas, and then the Falcons at the Saints. We'll get you ready for all those and all the other games to follow that. So excited. We're going to have a lot of fun. So Fantasy Football Power Hour, proudly brought to you by the Wildcat Sports Pub and the Pen and Trophy Center. So make sure that you get in touch with us tomorrow. Follow us right here to WakeUpCallDT.com and MixLR.com/WakeUpCallDT. Twitter at CallDT. Facebook at WakeUpCallDT. Instagram at WakeUpCall_DT. YouTube.com/WakeUpCallDT. And for over 1,000 shows in the archive, go to WakeUpCallDT.com. Click on the RSS feed, the iTunes podcast, Podbean podcast, and TuneIn Radio. We're also on Player FM. We're on YouTube and so much more. And we're in the MixLR archive as well on MixLR.com/WakeUpCallDT. So have yourselves a great Tuesday. God bless to each and every single one of you. We're getting closer to Turkey Day, and I'm really excited about it. Very excited to have the show with you tomorrow, and I can't wait to see you tonight after the Dino Baber Show at 8 p.m. for live trivia at the Press Room Pub, 220 Harold Place in Syracuse, New York. God bless you, and we'll see you soon.